Hello, everyone. Welcome to another epic match, the second epic match of today, since this will also be deciding first place in the group, and it will be between BananaBoatKid and Metallica. This is probably going to be the closest high-caliber match of the tournament so far, since both of them placed 4th and 5th, respectively, in the qualifying, very close to each other. So it's anyone's games. I just hope BananaBoatKid came on with a wonky controller, and I hope his controller doesn't give out, and that gives him an unfair disadvantage here.
Yeah, we learned earlier today he was saying that his slide button was giving him trouble, so hopefully he can push through that. Vito's Wild Ride was the first course chosen. A little bit of a surprise, perhaps. A lot of people have been perma-banning Vito's Wild Ride. It seems to be sort of the black sheep of the track list here, as a lot of players don't want to go here.
Captain has been given, so we should start.
Yeah, this looks like the real start here.
We'll start, yep. 2-second difference. Both of them take a bump, but they're still in good shape.
Yep, BananaBoatKid on a little lower heat. He's going to underheat there. Ooh, and take a bonk? That's going to cost him quite a bit of time. As Draco mentioned, these players finished 4th and 5th in qualifying, with BananaBoatKid taking 4th. So possibly the slight favorite here, but both of these runners are extremely high caliber.
Go for the tent or not? Both of them taking the safer line. Ooh, I think BananaBoatKid's gonna try to do that long boost through here.
He just about succeeds. Takes a little scrape, but I think he's made up a little bit of that half-second lead Metallica had on him.
He survived. That's a texture kill spot, and he didn't tilt.
Oh! Yeah, not quite getting the line there, swinging wide and clipping the glacier.
That was massive. That was a massive loss of time. Probably about 10 seconds there, easily.
Yeah, having to not only take the time loss from the crash, but go up the off-road terrain with no boost. That's pretty painful. He's gonna need a huge mistake for Metallica to catch back up now. That may have been the single worst place on this entire track to crash.
Fast time.
Yeah, very clean through this end section here. Fantastic racing from Metallica. And a 2:49 for BananaBoatKid. Yeah, that crash put him about 8 well, he was already about a half-second behind, so 7.5-ish seconds from that crash. Just goes to show you the time loss from that can really vary depending on where you are. It can go anywhere from 3 to up to that bad.
Andy of a Mountain Run banned from Metallica. BananaBoatKid banning Zugga. Abyss ban. Okay, I think he knows Abyss ban from Metallica. Who's BananaBoatKid gonna ban?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but BananaBoatKid holds the world record for Abyss skips, so that seems like a smart choice from Metallica there.
Winter Classic ban from BananaBoatKid.
Alright, we'll get into the temp bans for the next track. Interested to see where BananaBoatKid goes. I know that he's held in pretty high regard here as a runner and has very solid times on a lot of tracks, so he's probably options open to him.
I feel like this is going to be... I know both of these players are so good on practically every track that it'll be very difficult. BananaBoatKid banning Ben.
Makes sense to try and, well, if we go somewhere where Ben is fastest, try and force Metallica onto Bull's Roar, presumably, as a more uncomfortable pod.
And they'll prime Centrum ban from Metallica. Gravine Gateway. Ooh.
Alright, will BananaBoatKid use any forces here? This is, as we say every time, the hardest track in the game, so definitely a place where either runner, despite their high caliber, could end up taking several crashes.
No forces, so this is gonna probably be a bullseye mirror.
Yep, I would imagine both of these players are perfectly happy to take bullseye here.
Yeah, Metallica, over the qualifying run, improved on this track significantly. And BananaBoatKid got 4th place. Metallica got 5th on Gravine Gateway outright.
Yeah, this was sort of our real decider in terms of placements, was this track. There was such a huge discrepancy in people's times that even if you beat people higher than you on the 3 other qualifier tracks, if you got a worse time here, it could actually have knocked you down a few places. Though, knowing these players, I think we're going to see some pretty dang fast times coming up. Oh gosh, yeah, as Ace says in the Twitch chat, I'd better hope his BananaBoatKid slide function is working here. This is a track where you need that. I really do hope that we don't see BananaBoatKid dropping tracks to technical issues in that way. The slide mechanic is one of the most important things to learn in this game and to use. Nearly every turn you're going to use some amount of sliding so that you can take it at speed.
Here we go.
Alright, I'm actually just about synced already. To answer a question in chat, no, we didn't hear anything about how BananaBoatKid's controller was holding up after the first race. Yeah, let's see how they handle the shortcut. Both clear, very clean. Didn't have to slow down very much at all. That's good to see.
Ooh. Hard to tell who's in the lead. BananaBoatKid's slightly ahead, but this is a track where the fortunes can change on a dime or smaller. Oh!
Speaking of, yeah, there goes Metallica clipping, it looked like maybe the wall there in this jungle section. I guess got caught off guard by the obfuscation by those vines.
That is such a dark turn, and I crashed in so much boosting in there back in the day that I didn't boost, or sometimes I even upped the brightness on my TV to do it.
Metallica actually losing even more time through there as he takes some bad bonks in the swamp section, has to slow down to basically a full stop. I'll put BananaBoatKid way ahead here.
427.
Yeah, versus looks like a 133.
Here we go, the quick shortcut.
Yeah, we'll see how BananaBoatKid deals with this lap 2 shortcut. It's not easy on lap 1, and it doesn't get easier for the rest of the race.
Whoa,
Very
that was
nice.
really clean by BananaBoatKid. He lost almost no momentum there.
Yeah, did I see him going through that at, was that 600 or 700 speed? That's incredible.
Yeah, he was going almost full throttle through there, and Metallica got a really bad line of brakes, and that puts him even further behind. Looks like BananaBoatKid is going to exit the jungle just as Metallica is about to enter it. Oh, he has a red engine. Hope he's repairing.
Yep, good for him to have the wherewithal to repair in these sections where you can't boost anyway. Oh, that bonk doesn't help anything though.
No, but he's still now ahead. This track is so insane. This track is so insane to see at such a high caliber level.
Yeah, and BananaBoatKid is really pulling out all the stops here.
124! Whoa!
This is a monstrously fast pace from BananaBoatKid on this track.
Here we go. This is the one final part. Is he going to nail this quick shortcut on the final lap? Lost more momentum, but he's still there.
Yeah, it doesn't take any bonks or anything, but definitely had to slow down a lot there. But he's still miles ahead, obviously. Oh, and Metallica goes super wide. At this point, BananaBoatKid can probably afford... It can certainly afford one crash, probably two. But I don't think we're gonna see it. I spoke too soon. There goes BananaBoatKid clipping the edge of that statue.
So BananaBoatKid took a death, but it looks like it's still not enough for Metallica to catch up.
No, certainly not. It was unfortunate too, he had gone through the swamp extremely quickly. It was looking like a very fast time he was about to set. But that one death will put him at probably a 421.
Yep, we got a 421. Or 28 for Metallica, which is not bad either.
Yeah, especially considering a couple of crashes there.
Tied 1-1.
Ben Quadraneros is the pod temp ban for this next track.
When you're dealing with players of such high caliber, banning Ben seems like probably the best thing. And BananaBoatKid banning Executioner. M100, no upgrades. I have honestly no idea what BananaBoatKid's skill level is without upgrades. So...
Yeah, no upgrades, first of all, means that we'll be seeing a Bull's Roar mirror. Bull's is the fastest pod without upgrades. And the boost patterns are so completely different on no upgrades because your cooling is so horrible. So a lot of players get caught off guard and actually end up overheating constantly and not taking long enough boosts, which costs you a lot of time, especially at this high of a level. The big things to watch here will be how the players manage their boosts, and this hairpin that you see Metallica coming across in practice there, that looked pretty clean. A little wider than is possible, but that extremely tight hairpin there is where you're gonna gain or lose most of your time on this track.
Okay, I think we're starting.
Actually already basically synced.
Already synced. Okay, it's clear BananaBoatKid is not used to no upgrade with how his boosting is.
Yeah, taking a lot of little mini boosts through there. Hopefully we'll see him not reactivate boost again until...
Oh! That probably sealed it right there!
That is one way to cool down your engines, I suppose. He'll have a full set of boost with the next lap.
Ooh, that was a really slow and janky hairpin he took.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting a no upgrades pick from Metallica at all. He looks very uncomfortable here. Metallica, by comparison, doing pretty great. Went through all of this, good boost patterns, good lines.
Yeah, it's clear by BananaBoatKid's boosting patterns that he is not used to no upgrades at all.
You also see him going through the middle path there. I believe the left side path has fast terrain on it and is thus slightly faster.
Ooh, catches fire.
For the second time as well. He caught fire just before the hairpin. I had to actually hope that he repaired before he had to make the turn. And where we've seen Metallica being conservative on the boost up until now, we should see him flooring a bit more here at the end of lap 3. Both players will hopefully be doing that just to max out their beat across the line.
Yep, and Metallica's gonna do that. Whoa! 217 for Metallica with no upgrades. That's really solid.
Yeah, just about a perfect fire finish to cap everything off. Very, very solid race for Metallica there. Really caught BananaBoatKid off guard, it looked like.
Banning bullseye. Let's see if Metallica bans Fire Mountain Rally.
No, Ace, he didn't give away his pick. He said ban Fire Mountain Rally, which I guess is a clue as to where he doesn't want to go, but probably not that helpful for Metallica.
Yeah, they banned Fire Mountain Rally!
Okay, well, I guess that's the banned track anyway, but it doesn't seem like BBK wanted to go there. I'm betting on Baru Coast. That would be my guess based on the bullseye ban. Force Metallica to use
banning
it.
a track! The Abyss is permabanned! Alright,
yeah, I think BananaBoatKid maybe having some I don't know. I think this is his first match of the tournament this year, so no, possibly.
No, it's his second.
Oh, it is his second. Okay. All right, we finally got there. We're going to Gauntlet.
Curious if they do this new bowl jump strategy that was found a few days ago.
It seems like that might be consistent, but I don't know if BananaBoatKid has practiced it, and I don't know if anyone is currently consistent enough to actually use it in tourney safely. Perhaps in the later stages, in the big, important, semifinal and final matches, someone might attempt it.
Okay, I think we're getting the official start.
Yeah, this looks like the real race. I'll do the sync real quick.
Ooh, that was not good by BananaBoatKid. Took a scrape when he needed to boost. And Metallica's stream is out of whack.
Yeah, dropping a couple frames. It's a little unfortunate. He was having trouble before the race as well. Hopefully it keeps stable enough to watch. And that bonk that cost BananaBoatKid his boost means he underheats over that jump.
Oh, Metallica underheated. BananaBoatKid's now at higher heat than Metallica. No, wait a minute. We're now about even again. Okay, BananaBoatKid taking the slightly faster line. Metallica going with the older one.
Ooh, BananaBoatKid with inside hairpin. That's so sketchy to do. And that makes up all the time that he lost earlier and then some.
Go for the bull jump. Yep. Now BananaBoatKid has clawed back his lead by a very small whisker.
We did see both runners doing the safer old version of the bull jump there. That's about half that turn, still a significant time save.
Ooh, Metallica took a slight bonk.
Bit of a nail biter through the tunnel there, and BananaBoatKid comes out with great heat.
41, 42, still can go either way. Whoa, wow, Metallica underheated severely.
Yeah, he didn't use a lot of heat through the tube, so loses quite a bit of time just to not boosting enough. Ah, and hello, watchers from Speed Gaming 5. You've come in at a very action-packed time.
Yeah. And there's completely underheated Metallica.
Yeah, this lead is just stretching further and further for BananaBoatKid. Metallica's got about I would guess maybe a second and a half, maybe closer to 2 seconds to make up here.
Yeah. Whoa!
That was quite some acceleration there. BananaBoatKid rocketing off the top level. Good. A little wide there. Metallica takes the bull jump a bit better and makes up quite a bit of time, actually. They're just a few tenths off now. We'll see how they handle the tunnel. This is certainly the scariest portion of the track. Entering this tunnel alone can end up causing the crash with this door that switches faster than the frame rate. Oh, and
Metallica crashed in the tube!
Oh, and it's right at the end, so it's... Oh, what happened to BananaBoatKid?
His line got thrown out of whack and he crashed. Now they're about even again.
That puts BananaBoatKid behind. Well, suddenly this is anyone's race again. They're still within a couple of tenths of each other. Very uncharacteristic mistake there for BananaBoatKid. Maybe he'll be kicking himself.
I think he lost his boost the wrong way and got thrown out of whack.
They're dead even now. This is going to be too close to call. If both of them keep it clean, we're going to a photo finish here in lap 3.
Okay. This is dead heat. Metallica looks like he's slightly ahead now. Just...
Inside hairpin makes up a little bit of time for BananaBoatKid. How do they handle the bull jump? Oh, BananaBoatKid swings wide.
Are dead even. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like they're just watching two of the same stream at this point.
Ooh. This will come down to the tube probably.
Oh,
Metallica crashes in the tube.
Oh, that's gonna steal it. Oh.
And there's what's BananaBoatKid. 506 despite a death. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt for poor Metallica, especially for, just the mental state coming out of that. It was so close, but crashing twice in the tube in the same spot.
Okay, Metallica banning Ben. Bumpy's banned from BananaBoatKid.
Oh, I tell you, I'm glad for this ban phase, because that was a nail-biter the whole way through.
Yeah! It changed so close, and it was close all the way to the end until Metallica crashed in the tube and BananaBoatKid made it home without a crash.
And yeah, to answer for Nacho in chat, that was a 506.688 for BananaBoatKid, despite a crash. Alright, where's Metallica gonna take us?
No upgrade gauntlet!
Using his salty run back. Okay, we do allow the competitors to run it back on one course that they lost.
No upgrade gauntlet. This is, I think, the first time we ever went to this track without upgrades.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I don't think anyone is... just for time consideration, I don't think anyone's picked no upgrade gauntlet. This is the longest track in the game by distance. And at no upgrades, that just gets longer.
Yeah, this is actually one track that I done a ton of research with no upgrades. And with Bulls, he barely makes it all the way down that off-road shortcut, even from a cold boost start.
Yeah, hopefully BananaBoatKid will know that he needs to keep his boost completely cool for that. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot of time going over the off-road terrain. And there should be another Bull's Roar mirror. Oh, BananaBoatKid is hovering Mars. Oh.
Mars can actually make the off-road shortcut more reliably than Bulls.
Yeah, but his average speed is a fair bit lower. This will be an immediate handicap going into this race for BananaBoatKid. Yeah, perhaps some. Well, he knew to pick bulls for M100. I'm not sure if he's just not comfortable playing bulls here, but this is not considered one of the harder tracks, and BananaBoatKid's a very good runner. I'm very surprised by this, especially on such a long track. Yeah, going into this is Metallica's race to lose. He'll have to make several large errors in order for Mars Glow to catch up.
Well, yeah, this is actually pretty brutal because Ben is actually, I did testing with no upgrade gauntlet, and Ben is actually the most reliable at getting the off-road shortcut all the way. Let's see if Metallica knows how to use the booster just as sparingly as possible, or else he's going to lose massively.
Well, he clearly showed he's into upgrade, or comfortable with no upgrades on that M100 pick. And he's on very low heat coming through here.
Oh, that's not good at all. And BananaBoatKid's going the long route.
Yeah, at this point,
this totally threw him off guard.
And he's taking the slowest path of the slow route. Yeah, this is going to be a total wash. There's almost no way Metallica can lose this track at this point.
More than a wash, is going to be an outright blowout.
Yeah, I mean, BananaBoatKid is already, what, 10 seconds behind, probably, between taking the slow route and getting the pod. Yeah. Worse boost thrust and worse cruising speed. Mars just cannot compete at all with bulls here. I think BananaBoatKid's only chance is if Metallica somehow manages to soft lock and can't get out of it.
I don't think it is likely to happen with the low traction.
True, yeah, with no upgrades and low traction, you get a lot more control in these tubes. And yeah, BananaBoatKid crashing as well. That's not what he needs. I am being warned to stop talking about soft locks, lest I curse Gauntlet again. So I shall cease henceforth.
Whoa! Pitches fire. That's what I mean by how even Bull's Roar from a cold start barely makes that whole shortcut. So that's so Metallica really knew about this one because, and it looks like Dumray, no upgrades is BananaBoatKid's weakest link.
At least BananaBoatKid is taking the shortcut this time, but I don't know if that's actually even faster if you're not boosting over it.
I don't think so either.
Now, there is another crash on the pillar. Yeah, this is a little heartbreaking to watch. You can see BananaBoatKid still has his great play skill, right? He's taking tight lines and playing reasonably well, but between the pod pick and these crashes, it's looking like Metallica is in a completely different class of runner. another one. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for the dead air, but there's just not a lot to commentate here. Metallica is racing extremely cleanly, looks like a terrifying competitor, and BananaBoatKid is just unprepared.
There he goes. Whoa! That was an amazing boost save Metallica just did. And now we see Metallica halfway through the track while BananaBoatKid just started.
Yeah, and taking even more crashes. The Mars pick seems to be hampering him not just in terms of Mars's average speed, but he's crashing a bunch just due to the size of these engines. Mars has, I think, the biggest hitbox, or tied for biggest hitbox of any pod in the game, so very easy to equip stuff.
Yeah, he has the biggest hitbox of any pod. This is what it looks like he finally learned that he had to use it sparingly as possible and boost down here.
Yeah, I mean, he's learning the track as he goes again, I guess. But it'll be too little too late for BananaBoatKid here. And Metallica clean and deathless the whole way through. Probably sub 630 looks like.
628! Whoa! That is incredibly fast for Gauntlet no upgrades. Let me just check the leaderboard while we're waiting on this agonizing for BananaBoatKid.
I believe regardless of what happens here, this will be a tournament record. As I think Roni mentioned, nobody has ever picked no upgrade gauntlets in tournament before.
Yep, and he's actually 1 second away from the world record with no upgrades by Ace, who got a 627.69.
Wow, that is incredibly impressive then. I mean, you could tell he was practicing this. Very good lines through everything. He had the heat strategies down. Yeah, at the end,
What an awful way to end an awful run. Okay, BananaBoatKid is banning Bull's Roar.
And as we're trying to ascertain how optimized that 627 is in chat, Ace is just responding with Resident Sleeper, known for hating no upgrades.
Ban Fire Mountain Rally.
It looks like neither of them wants to go to Grabvine's little cousin.
Inferno! Inferno with upgrades.
Inferno is a scary track. Takes place entirely inside the volcano on Barunda. So very visually interesting, but goodness, is it ever brutal.
Not only that, but also both players are really skilled at the skip at this.
I sort of wonder if BananaBoatKid will think to pick skips here. I believe Metallica has the world record for skips here, so that would be a foolish pick, but... Alright, we'll see if BananaBoatKid can pick up the win here on his own counter pick. Obviously, even...
That's hilarious. Roni just said in Twitch chat, going from no upgrade gauntlet to max upgrade Inferno is like when Magikarp evolves into Gyarados. Ugh.
Yeah, an apt description. This will be a blazing fast race after that no upgrade slog on Gauntlet.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with Pokemon, Magikarp is an awfully pathetic, worthless fish, and it turns into this super brutal and useful Gyarados. Oh! BananaBoatKid crashes right away!
Yeah, just clipping the outside of that opening turn.
No, he didn't clip the outside. He clipped the inner bend.
Oh, did he clip the inner bend? I thought he swung wide. Oh, again. Oh, I think that last track is kind of getting to him mentally.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, he looks like he's just throwing in the towel here almost.
Or is his controller failing on top of it?
Oh. Yeah, if his slide button is failing, that would be explaining all of this. Oh, yeah, that's really tragic. Hopefully he can fix it after this race. I don't think this track is winnable anymore for BananaBoatKid. Gosh, what a track for the slide button to fail on finally. Oh, looks like it might be back in commission, but still, there's nothing you can do about this at this point.
Whoa! Right.
Yeah, even with that, this is... Metallic can afford 4 more of those and still be ahead. Crummy time for the slide button to fail there. That's going to make this life really hard for BananaBoatKid. It's going to put Metallica on match point, and BBK will have to win on 3 of Metallica's counterpicks if he wants to pick up first in this group, which would be an upset here. He was the higher seeded player.
This is awful! And Metallica coming in with a 335 despite a death.
Solid time there for Metallica, except that one clip. Yeah, I hope this doesn't get to BananaBoatKid too much. This is just extremely frustrating, right? None of this is really his fault. It's his controller broke, and he doesn't have a new one to use.
I also wonder if some of this has to do with the shock of going from no upgrade Mars to fully upgrade Ben.
Well, it was his counterpick to go here, so it wouldn't be this bad just from that. He's a competent runner who has definitely practiced this track a bunch, but yeah, that's...
Yep, he said in chat, RIP controller! I'm wondering if we should forfeit the match with this.
It was working mostly all right for the rest. If I recall correctly, Dom said that he thought the controller wasn't going to come in until next weekend, which just wouldn't give BananaBoatKid enough time to do all of the rest of his matches, even if we could reset. Yeah, that's just going to be an unfortunate track loss for BBK. I don't see that we can restart or anything from this point.
No. He's gonna gut through it. We're gonna go to one more track.
Hope he can limp along.
He's gonna finish despite this hardship.
True athlete. He does still have all 3 of his forces, so could push Metallica onto something he's uncomfortable with.
Benning Bulls again. And
Fire Mountain Rally Band again. Same as last time. Where will we go?
No forces. It's going to be a Ben Mir on Death Row's Revenge.
And yeah, just to be 100% clear for chat, the performance we saw from BananaBoatKid on Inferno there was entirely due to his controller's slide button failing for the entirety of that race. He says he's got another controller in the mail, but obviously you can't just switch instantly from controller to keyboard. Actually, I wonder if the game could handle it if he set his keyboard at his feet and pressed the spacebar with his toes.
I have no idea. Switching to a new controller after playing with the broken one is probably just as bad or even worse than sticking with the broken.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he could. I don't know if there's a way that he could add in a slide button somehow and adapt to it, but it's probably the muscle memory is so key in this game that it would kill it anyway.
Yeah, that's the reason why I stuck to the N64 version for so long, is because I only used the conventional N64 controller the whole time. And I'm so used to it, I won't buck it until it goes kaput. It's really hard to change after using the same controller for 20 years in my case. I know the feeling with a broken controller because I played with broken controllers towards the end of my first fully upgraded session back in 2012 and 13. Busted like 3 controllers for it.
Sheesh. Yeah, they're fragile things, huh?
Oh, and the Nintendo 64 control stick is like absurdly fragile. The controller is a tank apart from that joystick, which is this little plastic thing, and it just rubs all the time.
Alright, here is the real start for what may very well be the final race here if BananaBoatKid's controller hasn't been cooperating. Crash for Metallica? Oh, Crash for BBK.
Crash! Well, that was an interesting respawn. He crashed upward into the upper track and got respawned on the upper track. Looks like he's still in the lead.
But yeah, that looked like his slide wasn't working again, as Ace called out in chat there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Obviously, runner of BananaBoatKid's caliber would not just slam into a wall there. If he was expecting the slide to come out and for the turn to be less sharp.
Yep.
Yeah, this is, I mean, what a heartbreaker for BananaBoatKid. He'll still almost certainly go out second place in this group, which is still a fine placement, gets him a somewhat cushy first match in the bracket, but I hope this doesn't affect him too much for his future matches. Hopefully he'll have his controller by then.
Yeah, he has 2 matches left.
You can see he's sort of starting to adapt to the new reality here, but I mean, this game is just not playable without the slide function, flat out, period. Not at this level.
No. And there we go. Metallica wins.
Well, putting up the out of bounds finish there, BananaBoatKid does, saving the last bit of, I guess, grace that he's got for it. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
That was absolutely tragic to have your controller fail midway through the match. I know the feeling because I busted 3 Nintendo 64 controllers playing this game back in the day.
Yeah, I just figured it out yesterday. It was doing it, and it was fine for like the first like 4 races, and then it slowly got worse, and then Inferno happened, and it was just the controller's done.
Really unlucky. The race could have been really different if it wasn't for that.
Perhaps, but we'll never know, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, full credit to you, Metallica. Those were some truly fast times on a lot of those courses.
You had a very nice Vito's.
Oh yeah, I've been practicing that one a lot, I guess.
And I will note too, this was also the first time the gauntlet was done without upgrades.
Ever?
First time?
Yes.
Wow.
First time ever. Yes.
And in that
no
first
one
ever
likes
for Metallica, you were just about a second off of world record.
Mm.
Wow. Well, as you saw by my time, that was my very first time ever touching no upgrades. So, like on that track, especially, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah,
That's exactly the reason I picked it. It's because you need to be really careful with the road, because if you run out halfway, then you're really done for. So I thought maybe you wouldn't know how to play on it very well, and that's why I picked it.
It worked.
Yeah, pretty much any no upgrade stuff is just gonna destroy me because I just don't really do that.
Mm.
Yeah, if anyone ever picks that against you again, BananaBoatKid, the Mars pick really hurt you there.
Yeah, I just hated Bull's Roar, so I just chose anyone else.
Fair play, yeah, fair enough. He's kind of sketchy
Yeah.
without upgrades.
Understandable.
Usually, but I will note the best pod full with no upgrades is Bull's Roar. Second is
Yeah.
Ben. Third is actually Saboba.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah, I would
And-
have been better off choosing literally anyone else. Pretty
Yeah.
much. That's okay.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
yeah, but yeah, the trick with the gauntlet fully up without upgrades is to use the booster as sparingly as possible at the start of the track, so you can floor the boost down that off-road shortcut.
So I was already overheated, and like I wasn't sure what to do, so I just took the long way because I thought it would be faster, but I'm not even sure if it was.
Ah, yeah. Well, I guess maybe without the boost, then it would be faster instead of going through the off-road.
I died
No,
like 4
it's-
times during it, so we'll never be able to tell.
I know the off-road shortcut still is faster with no upgrade than Mars and Bowls, because they have just enough boost duration and speed to make it down the off-road shortcut if you time it very well.
Yeah, and in any case, a very solid match at the start. Really unfortunate about the controller, but I guess there's not a lot to be done there.
Yeah, that's just the way it are sometimes.
Yeah, congratulations to Metallica. That looks like you'll be coming out of this group undefeated.
Thank you. Really happy
And-
about that.
But anyway, I don't know what else to say after that great tragedy of your controller failing.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty humorous at times.
It was not humorous at all to watch.
Yeah, we were-
It was just heartbreaking tragic.
Well, I think it's pretty funny. But yeah.
Well, glad to hear it's not affecting you. That was mostly what we were worried about. Was how would your mental state be when that's something that's very frustrating that happens.
I rage a lot, but I don't rage at that. It's fine. But yeah, it was still fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very fun.
GG, man.
GG's.
Thank you for commentating and hosting and doing all the hard stuff.
No, it's nothing compared to actually running these things. Thanks for the enjoyable match, and of course, thanks as always to Speed Gaming for hosting it for us.
Take care. Good luck, everyone. May the force be with you.
Yep. Also with you. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck in your future matches, BananaBoatKid.